Chelsea fan. I really feel sick. I feel drained and deflated just from watching the game. And so, yeah, Brighton. Chelsea end up crumbling at the bridge against Brighton. Uh, Everything was going on well until that red card. Until that, I don't know. Why do we always like to shoot ourselves in the foot? Why do we always like to do things the hard way? Why do we always have to make things complicated? Why can't we just play football without having so much drama in it? Why? Why? Man, it's it's becoming crazy and too ridiculous that we always have to put ourselves. No one, we're not being forced into the place or the position that we find ourselves. We literally drag ourselves into these kind of situations. Why do we always have to do that? It's really crazy, man. It's really crazy. Anyway, hello there, guys, and welcome back to the 60th banter. My match reaction for the game against for the game on Chelsea versus Brighton at the bridge. Ah, man. Yeah, so Chelsea started with the game with Sanchez in goal, Reece James at right back, Trevor Chalobah, and surprisingly, Joel Hato at centre back, pairing with Cucurella at left back, Caicedo and Santos at the base with Enzo playing the 10. Then you have Neto on the left with left hand side and Estevao on the right hand side with Joao Pedro up top. So in the first half, Chelsea did everything right. Right from the blast of the whistle, the energy was there. Even during the build up was Cripps, the fullbacks pushing, and the midfielders were really in sync and in connection. They were connecting with each other. The press was really suffocating. Like in the first half, the first 20 minutes, it felt like Brighton were not where Chelsea just had Brighton pinned back. The Caicedo's distribution, especially the one that found Reece James that led to Enzo Fernandez's goal. Enzo, as usual, is always being flagged and flogged and overlooked or undervalued by a lot of the Chelsea fans, but he's always, most times than not, showing up. And today he also did the same thing. Estevao was looking electric. It just looked very promising in that first half. The beautiful free kick from Enzo Fernandez that nearly found the side of the post. Reece James doing the same thing too. Everything just looked like it was in Chelsea's. It was Chelsea's to lose. It was just Chelsea to lose, and yeah, it was Chelsea. Chelsea end up throwing it away. We ended up throwing it away. And the reason we did this is the fact that we don't kill off games. Why do we have problems killing off games? In the first half, we had quite a few chances, and this just shows how unserious we are, Chelsea as a whole. I mean, in 4, 5 click, 4 chances that we had today, if that was for Liverpool or for Manchester City or even Arsenal or even Tottenham, I'm sure that the ball will be in the back of the net. Why we do everything right and then where it matters most, we are found wanting. Why? Everything was going on well until I just had the feeling, and I was in my mind, God, please let them come out in the second half and show up the way they did in the first half. I don't know. Could it be that my prayer worked against Chelsea instead of working for Chelsea? I really don't know anymore because I really don't know what to say. It's really sick. It's tough to put this into context. It's difficult. The goal came from Caicedo making a threading pass that found Rhys James on the right. And if you see today, Rhys James bombed up and down the right hand side, connecting with Enzo, Esteval, William, and even Moises Caicedo. And you could see that it's not risky. Rhys James is really fit. So why do we always have to revert to inverting and all that? Sometimes allow the players the freedom to bomb up and down the touchline. It makes sense that way. And today, Rhys James did absolutely and brilliantly well. The pass from Caicedo found Rhys James and he whipped it, even though he deflected off a defender. Enzo Fernandez was there to nod the ball in, and it was a deserved goal for Enzo Fernandez. But then again, after that, we still had quite clear chances. We just ended up start. We After the goal, it just felt like we took our foot off the gas and started recycling and sideways passes and all that. Several chances weren't converted. Neto overhit one. João Pedro just couldn't get a clean contact. Movement in the box was messy. The lapse in concentration or in communication in the box 18 was just the issue. If Chelsea had buried the chances in the first half, it would have been a different ball game in the second half. Then the second half came on, and everything just changed. Chalobah got sent off in the 53rd minute after a VAR review for denying a clear goal opportunity. Chelsea were down to 10 men. From that moment, everything just went in favor of Brighton. They grew in confidence. The backline looked exposed. Why? Before Chelsea were able to grind out result even with a man down. It is a why can't we just? I understand that it takes a lot and all that, but anyway, Brighton grew in confidence. Our backline started looking very shaky and at times exposed. Mistakes crept in. The pass from Santos. That pass from Santos. I don't know. I mean, Santos in the first half looked so mature, calm, and collected. He did everything very simple. I mean, just do simple things. I mean, the simple things sometimes are underrated, but it's they are what matters the most. Just do the simple thing. Why having to hang on to the ball for so long? The Premier League is a very physical, and sometimes you feel like you're stronger than your opponent until it overpowers you or you lose it yourself, and that's just what happened. You lost the ball, and then Chalobah trying to see if the he could save the day ends up getting red carded for impeding Jorginho or whatever his name is, this Brighton striker. Brighton equalized via a Welbeck header. Then in extra time, the Cooper heads one and Welbeck seals the comeback. That just in a dying minute, injury added time, Brighton won the game. The lapses in concentration, I don't know whether I don't know. But then again, I want to come back to Maresca because this is the second time in a row he's making this error tactically when it comes to substitution. Is Enzo Maresca self-sabotaging? I understand that he's not happy with the recruitment at the club, but the window is over already. But man, get on with the job. You still have three attackers on the bench. Why is he coming on with bringing on Gusto? We still have Reece James playing the right hand side, the right wing, the right back. So why is he bringing on Reece James? I mean, Malo Gusto. Why not bring on Garnacho instead? Or why not bring on Jamie Gittins? Or at worst, bring on Tyreek George or McGuire. It makes sense that way. Rather than leaving Joao Pedro all by himself up against four defenders, how does it work? I mean, I don't know. It feels like Maresca is doing everything possible to get himself fired. And now there's a news from this Aaron Romero, who's a good reporter. He was very credible. He made credible reports during the transfer windows, most of which were confirmed and all that. And it's come on to say that Chelsea higher ups have reached out to representatives of Iraola and De Zerbi, their representative, for an opportunity to manage Chelsea. I'm going to say this now, in as much as I do not appreciate or I don't support what Enzo Maresca is doing with his tactical errors and all that, and his self-sabotaging. You bringing on De Zerbi is not as calm as Enzo Maresca. De Zerbi is like Antonio Conte. You don't give him what he wants, it's going to flip, and it's going to flip bad. This is not entirely Maresca's fault. This has to do with the recruitment. This is not, like I said, this is not entirely Maresca's fault. And on one side, Maresca is self-sabotaging. I feel like that. I think that's what he's doing, because you should trust what you have. You still have, play them, and let's see that they are the ones not meeting up with your demand or what you expect of them. But he's not doing that. He's not even giving them the chance to come on. Why do you always have to bring on Gusto in positions where we have attackers to fill? This is a cowardly move, a tactical error. You bring on Gusto, and then Enzo finds Gusto a space for him to attack, and instead of Gusto attacking the space, Gusto decides to drag the ball back and recycle the ball, and then we end up getting pinned. We end up caging ourselves because we're 10 man. We're down to 10 man playing against a full squad from Brighton, who's still very energetic, +1. Why does Maresca end up doing all this? You want to run the players to the ground. Enzo Fernandez then have to take up the position where Neto fills up, and then Joao Pedro is left all by himself attacking all the old defenders. Doesn't make any sense to me. It brings on Gusto to replace Esteval. Why? Then you have on the bench, you have Garnacho, Gittins, McGuire, and Tyreek George. Then I don't understand. Okay, it's okay for him to take out Jordan Hato and bring on Badiashile. At least it gave us presence in the box. But what did he do? Still, you brought on Lavia. good too. So those are the positives. I mean, at least we still have something. We still have a centre back and a midfielder too, for the game against Benfica. It just felt like after the red card, Maresca just down tooled. I don't know. It's. We thought this season was gonna be a very interesting one, but it's not. It's not. It's interesting, but not in the way we expect it. Really crazy, man. Really crazy. And now we have to. Well, this is all done, and now this is real pressure. Pressure is going to be mounting really on Maresca and the squad to deliver. And then we are very, very fragile at the back. Fofana is out. Tosin is out. Now Chalobah is also out. Good God. Anyway, yeah. So this is it. I'm just gonna quickly wrap up with. I'm just gonna quickly wrap up. It wasn't just Chelsea losing today. Manchester United also. I'll take console. I'll take console. I'll take comfort in that. Manchester also lost to Brentford 3 goals to 1 at the GTEC Stadium, and then Liverpool eventually drew the game with a controversial goal given to Liverpool at the end, towards the end of the game. So I'm just going to wrap up with this. So my final take on this Chelsea thing. Chelsea really started beautifully well. The dominance and the control was there, and then the red card just took everything out of it. But then Maresca is a coach. He should be able to manage the game better than this. I feel he could have done better. He should learn to trust his players more. The substitutions are really really weird and underwhelming, to say the least, in the last couple of days. But that's it for today. Chelsea 1, Brighton 3 at Stamford Bridge. We're welcoming Benfica, Jose Mourinho's Benficas to the bridge on during the week, and I'll be here to give my match preview and lineup to that game. And if there's any other thing that comes up before then, I'll be here to talk to you guys about it. Just don't forget to check this space out for updates as regards that. And yeah, I'll also be here tomorrow to give you guys my match reaction regarding every other top 6 game that comes up. And until then, it's Chelsea first and rivals next. Peace.